Good day, everybody, and welcome to Workplace Q&A. I hope your work week is going great for you. If not, make it a great day. So the question for today is, how would you handle dealing with a supervisor who is fairly new? He or she knows I'm extremely knowledgeable, but doesn't really want to give me credit. Well, here's the question that came to mind when I read that part about he or she doesn't really want to give me credit. And it's out of Galatians 1:10. Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? See, it doesn't matter about them giving you credit. Sure, we all want to be acknowledged for our hard work, but we always have to be prepared for it not happening. So you got to make a decision. Where does your help come from? Who is your source that promotes you? It's not man. So you have to continue to do your work unto God. The name of the book is Divine Success. And divine means that your success is God centered. So in Psalms 118:8, it tells us it is better to trust in the Lord than to put confidence in man. Now, as far as acknowledging you, and he or she being fairly new, it could be because they are assessing their team to place them in the right positions that will make the whole team successful for the whole department, and thus at the end of the day for the whole company. So that may be a perception that he's not acknowledging your work. Maybe he or she is just doing an assessment. And that's one of the points that we have to take into consideration. And that comes with point one. It means know your audience. You got to know who you're dealing with in your supervisor or your leader. Know your audience. And that's in chapter 2 of the book. These questions are coming from people who attended the book signing and who have the book. So go to chapter 2 and take a look at the personality types. And then assess what type of personality are you dealing with in this manager. And then the next thing you have to do is understand what is his or her management style. It's not always about you. It's about how they manage. So understanding who they are and what their management style is may give you a clue into how to approach them and how to assess your work according to how they manage. Okay. Then number 3 is admit your feelings about the situation. Neil Walsh, who wrote the book Conversation with God, says feelings are the language of the soul. Tap into the feelings, whether it's offense, anger, and then refocus and answer the why. Why are you feeling this way? Why you think you're being overlooked? Why is that? You're not being overlooked because you got to understand, number one, that God has created you. Let me go to Revelations 3:8 because this is what we need to know. No matter what's going on in the workplace, we need to know who God say we are and what God is doing in our life. So in Revelation 3:8, God says, these are the words of him who is holy and true, who holds the key of David. What he opens, no one can shut, and what he shuts, no one can open. I know your deeds, God says. See, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut. That means what's for you is for you. No one can take it. Your destiny and God's plan for your life has already been established. He knows the end before your beginning. So you don't have to worry about pleasing man or doing your work unto man to be acknowledged or to get credit. God has already worked that out. And you always got to remember, when you're doing your work unto God and you're doing your very best, your 110%, know that someone else is watching. So your promotion or your acknowledgement or your credit may not come from this particular manager. It can come from another manager in another department who sees your efforts, who sees your dedication, who sees your loyalty and sees your performance, see that you're a high performer. So take your eyes off of people, put your eyes on God, and know that he's already worked this thing out for you. You will have victorious living when you put your focus back on him. Okay? And number 4 is don't worry about man giving you credit. We've covered that. Remember what's for you, your ordained destiny, no one can stop. And that's what we read in Revelations 3:8. So don't look for validation from man. This is in Hebrews 11:6. We're going to translate that one in. It says, and without faith it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists. And here it goes. And that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. That's where your rewards come from. Everything that you're looking for credit for, recognition for, is already established. I'm going to repeat that because I need you to understand that there's nothing new under the sun. Everything has already been established. God said, I knew you before you was conceived in your mother's womb, which means he already had a plan for your life. So work the process. Don't worry about the managers giving you credit. Work the process. So for further discussion on this, you would have to reach out to me on christiansintheworkplace01.com and set up a session where we can get more involved and more in depth into the circumstances surrounding your question. But in the meantime, have a blessed day, body, mind, and spirit. Bye.